Let's talk about the Kershaw Reverb XL. What is going on, everybody? I hope you guys are having a great year thus far. It's been pretty darn cold outside. We've had about 2 feet of snow. Haven't been doing much vlogging or adventuring here and there because of the snow and my work schedule and things like that. But hopefully in the next month or so, some of the snow will melt. I can go back out and do some hiking, camping, kayaking, all that good stuff. But for today's video, we are going to be taking a look at this knife and a little bit of backstory before we get to talking about this knife. The one day I was scrolling through Instagram, I saw a few knives that I was thinking, oh, well, maybe I can go up to Walmart and see if they might have these. Now, I know some of you guys out there are probably like,
why are you going to Walmart to buy a knife, even to look at knives?
And trust me, I know Walmart normally doesn't have the best selection. I know they have Gerber knives, Kershaw, Smith & Wessons, and there's some other brands of knives up there. Some might say not the best quality knives, but that's besides the point. So when I was up there, I did find this one that grabbed my attention, and I also grabbed this guy, which is a first for me, and I will be doing a review of that knife in the future. But with that being said, let's take a look at this Kershaw Reverb XL. Kershaw's Reverb is a lightweight frame lock knife designed for camping, hiking, and other outdoor adventures. The built-in carabiner allows easy access and attachment to backpacks and harnesses, and the blade has no flipper or thumb stud to catch on your gear. Its modified drop point blade is made from 8CR13 MOV stainless steel with a two-tone satin PVD finish and a thumb groove that allows one-handed opening. The handle is built with a carbon fiber overlaid G10 front scale and a steel frame lockback. It also includes a deep carry pocket clip for secure carrying when in the pocket. It also features a lightweight construction, keeping the carrying weight at a minimum, as well as a versatile modified drop point blade capable of tackling most cutting tasks. The overall length of this knife is coming in at 7.25 inches with a blade length of 3 inches and a blade thickness of 0.11 inches. As mentioned before, the blade material is 8CR13 MOV stainless steel with the drop point blade style and a hollow blade grind. This also features a gray finish, a plain edge type, with a handle length of 4.25 inches, a handle thickness of 0.40 inches, and as mentioned before, it has a carbon fiber G10 handle. With the weight of this knife coming in at just 2.31 ounces, this knife is perfect for camping, hiking, and any other outdoor everyday carry purpose. So taking a closer look at this knife, the first thing I do want to point out is this carabiner back here. Now, I don't typically look for extra things like this in a knife. However, I think this knife would be perfect for anything outdoors, camping, hiking, whatever it might be. You can throw some paracord in this small loop back here, or you can simply use this carabiner that is on the knife and attach to a book bag. That way you have easy access whenever you need it. So next thing I want to talk about is this deep carry pocket clip back here. It does have some pretty good retention on it, but that is awesome, especially when you're hiking. I've been walking around hiking here and there, and it has yet to come out of my pocket. Sometimes it is a little difficult to get out of my pocket since it's not very worn in. My pants aren't really used to something with that much retention, but that's always a good thing. That way I know I won't lose it. And lastly, let's talk about this groove right here. I'm used to a flipper or a thumb stud or even the access lock, kind of like the Benchmade bug out and bail out and all those have. However, with this knife, it was a little difficult for me to open at first, but once I got my own rhythm down and got the hang of it, it's fairly easy. I typically take my thumb and get my nail down in that groove and then flick it out just like that. It's not something that's going to come out super fast, but once you get the hang of it and get that thumb down in there, you flick it out a few times, get that fidget factor out of the equation, and you got yourself a pretty slick knife. So now for a little size comparison, in the middle here we got the Kershaw Reverb XL. Next up we have the Kershaw Launch 11, coming in a little smaller. And then finally we have the Benchmade Bailout coming in a little bit bigger than the Kershaw Reverb XL. finally, let's do a sharpness test on this knife. I have been using it the past 2 weeks. I've probably used it 5 or 6 times. Yesterday, I actually used it fairly heavily to cut drywall, some ceiling tiles, and things like that. So this is not right out of the box. I haven't sharpened this at all. I got a scrap piece of paper here. It's still a pretty clean cut after all the abuse that I've been putting it through. So now I could probably sharpen this knife here in the next week or two, depending on how much I'm going to be using it. But for now, the edge on this thing is still holding up. Now, my final thoughts on this knife: am I going to carry it with me every single day in my EDC? Quite possibly. When it's warmer weather outside and I'm hiking, going on overnight camping trips, kayaking, and things like that, I definitely pick something like this over, let's say, a Benchmade bailout or bug out, something that I'm not going to be upset about if it falls off or goes in the water or something like that. Obviously, I do care about my knives. However, I'd much rather lose something like this hiking than something like my Benchmade bailout or Benchmade bug out that cost probably quadruple the price of this thing. So if you guys want to pick up one of these knives for yourselves, I'll be leaving a link in the description down below. I believe they're the same price on Blade HQ, Amazon, your local Walmart. If you don't want to wait for shipping because of all these delays, then go try your local Walmart and pick one up for yourself. And as always, please hit that like button, comment down below if you guys have one of these knives. I personally think I'll be using it a lot for fishing, hiking, probably not so much hunting, but definitely camping and things like that. And as always, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.